Hello guys, this is Pranay. Today I'm going to show you I have created one of the jQuery plugin which is a similar kind of thing like a DataTable. See, if you already know, I believe you already know these things, DataTable, jQuery plugin. Like if you provide a JSON data, it's going to render the table as shown here with paging, and it has a sorting, and it has a search functionality. Right, I have created the similar kind of functionality with more features like I can show you in my jQuery table. So first of all, I will show you. So this is my jQuery plugin. You can see this has a drop down. These values are taken from JSON data with unique values. So you can see here I have taken a dummy values. So don't think anything bad. And here I can show you a paging. Next, next, and previous. It works similarly, and you can do, and you can see what is the current page you are. And here you can see total number of pages. If you navigate, the page index is changed. 6, 7, 8. You can enter. This is the text box. 85. If you want to type 85, it will go to directly 85. Fine. Fine. Here is my plugin. I have taken one div with ID as an example. So I am pointing this div with JqTable. So it is attached to now. So you can specify the header for your table as an array ID name. So let's run this. So here I haven't added any of the styles to this table. So that's why it is showing only a no records form. If no records is there, then it shows a no records form. Let me show you some more functionalities here. Here I have already taken few things that I can show here. I have a service I can provide for getting the records, for saving, that is SURL, and input type is parameter name, and you can edit it, make it editable. You can delete the URL and delete input parameter, that is emp delete. I can show you all these details, just bear with me. So so this what actually happened. You mentioned only two values main, so we need to change it. How many columns we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is sufficient. So okay, last name, gender. So junk data. So the data is repeated again and again. So giving a random header names. You can give whatever the names you want. Let's refresh this. So what actually happened? So this you can see the column, first name, last name, gender, age. So these values are came from the header array. Got it? The names which we have given, that will be appear here. Now the action is by default header. You don't need to mention any of this. And okay, now I will comment this editable in the primary key ID, and else URL is not required right now. Just for I mean I only show with read-only data. So here you can see it is only read-only data, right? This is read-only data. Here, the data where it is coming from? It is coming from. I have written one service web method. So here the data is there. It's a lot of chunk. Don't worry about it. And for saving, I have written one web method. And for deleting, I have written one method. Now let me show you few things. Here I have delete URL. D specifies that deleting that URL. Okay, and D data is the input of the delete method. So this is the parameter name which we need to mention here as it is. If you make a mistake here, then it won't send any of the data to the service layer. And this is the delete method which we provided here in service DURL. You got it? So here I have taken one session object. Right now I don't have any database, so that's why I have created a one session object, and within the session object I have converted it as a list of employees. So this list of employees, you can see these are the properties in my class. You can mention whatever the properties you have, and that can be applied. And this method you can nearly you can find anything in Google. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's get into the functionality. So here the table is read only. You cannot edit or delete the records. Okay, let's suppose you want to do the editable, then you have make it as a editable, and only a delete button and edit button will be appear to the action items. So I have not done anything. It is I have written only one time, that is comma, that will be generated for every row with unique IDs. So when I click edit, it will create a text box. So you can see these are the text boxes that are coming up whenever you click the edit button. So if you click cancel, it will resets to a read-only mode. If I click edit, you can see the text boxes are appearing. If you cancel, it is changed to label. Now you can see anything and you can do multiple at a time. You can edit all the records at a time, like these things. You can make it enable. Okay, next. Here you can see dropdowns. These are enabled by default. If you don't wish to see for this, you can simply make the dropdown header dropdown comment and get only the headers. Nothing, and you can do searching here. See, so the data is a jump, so the data is repeated and again. You can see there is vsum is there. You can find it. We can find one C here. See, the values are getting. If you remove this one, it resets to the first page. Okay, let's find one new thing. 295. It's getting 295 age. This is junk data. Don't worry about the column names like age. The person who is cannot live for 295 years. It's a junk data. Don't worry about it. And you can find ID. You can do it. You can directly navigate through the text box. You can see the total number of pages. It's a good thing. And even you can delete. So whenever you delete, it get updated in database. So let's find out whether it is hitting the service or not. Just to put a breakpoint, and let's I will if I click the delete, it is hitting. And what data it is sending to service. So 103 Praveen test and Maruti 2929, and you can find it here. Maruti Praveen Mail 229 Maruti Test Mail 29. So this is the data was sent to back in terms of employee model. It was generated according to the model. Whatever the model you are sending, that will be sent here. So it can be used very helpful in entity frameworks. So it can delete by passing the employee object. Okay, the delete functionality is working perfectly, and let's see about saving functionality. And we have clicking the save. Sorry, something went wrong. Okay, guys, let's come back. I forgot that I commented here. That's why it is thrown an error. It can find a friendly message like something went wrong. Please try again. If you click the edit and if you cancel, fine, it's working. And if you click save, it's not working because it has to refresh. Because this one is commented here, that's why I have to refresh this one. And click and saving. Now I'm getting. See the S. What is S? That is the input parameter for this method. So you can see 104. The 104 is the data which is coming from front end screen. So it's good. The data is getting saved. So edit is working, delete is also working, and what else you required. Now the S is should be mentioned in your configuration settings, like S data for saving. S stands for saving the data, saving the data with parameter, that is input parameter name. This parameter name should match your service. service. Okay, and coming to SURL, the service the service which is going to save the records, uh, that service URL you need to provide. And URL is just you have to provide for getting the records from the front end application. And DURL is used to delete that particular record, and you can make it editable. If you don't want to edit, make it only readable. If you want to make it as readable, then you have to comment this, and you can make it. You can see the action items will be action column will be okay. And if you want the primary key not to be edited, then mention the primary key. Only the single string is accepted here. No array is accepted in current. So they went wrong. So if you are stuck somewhere, then just do this one. The refresh. These are my debugging points. You already know, so you don't have to say anything. Primary key ID was not working, I guess. To make it editable, and if I say it, so what will happen? Let's click edit. So here you can see the ID is a primary key that makes it as a read only. So the rest items can be editable. It's a good thing, right? Okay. So table CSS I have provided here. You can give your CSS classes for this table through here. So it can be fully customized, and you can uh, to fully work. I have written few of the CSS styles. Uh, so you need to use, if you really want to work this perfectly with design point of view, you have to include this CSS. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.